Right. I think there's a lot of good things that you have going on in your swing. I would suggest two things, and we should see those baby draws, I would think, come sooner rather than later. Now, I know this has kind of been a little bit more popular as of late, where instructors are having their students mimic impact at the beginning. So I've seen your right knee bent, left knee straighten, and your chest pointing already open to the target. That's going to not necessarily hurt how much you change, but it's going to affect the position that you get to at the top. So you do a very nice job of changing the flex in your knees, and I do think that the amount that you turn is appropriate. If I'm starting, let's say, so I'll just rewind a little bit. Usually we're going to see about 90 degrees of turn in the shoulders, 45 degrees of turn in the hips. Okay? Now, if I start pretty neutral, I would get to probably 45, 90 with the upper body, 45 with the lower body. If I'm starting with my hips and my shoulders, let's just call it, for ease of use, 20 degrees open to start, that 45 in the hips and 90 in the shoulders, that's only going to get me to, let's call it 15 and 70, right? So the amount that you turn is appropriate. Your starting point, that's where I would, kind of point towards maybe changing to allow for a little bit more turn. So that's the first thing. So have your knees in the same position, the same amount of bend. I don't want to see your left knee more straight than your right. So the setup would be knees, same bend, and then your chest pointing a little bit more toward the ball. So it's going to feel like you're like this, but you're really not. So knees, same bend, and then chest to the ball, not chest to the target. The other thing that I would like to see is it's pretty minute in the downswing. It looks like when you're swinging, you're kind of shrugging your shoulders a little bit. What I would say is you need to straighten your arms and feel like you're throwing that club out to the right of the ball instead of swinging and kind of shrugging your shoulders, bending your arms. Feel like when you're swinging down, you're not going to be shrugging at all, pulling the club in. You're going to be throwing that club, extending your arms out. So it looks something like that instead of like this, okay? Now, for the next side view, so for the next down the line, I just want to make sure that we get every part of the body in the backswing. It was almost a little bit like this, and some of the reasons that you shrug might be because of how you work your pelvis. So just make sure that the next down the line view that we get, there's some room here so we can get the full picture. Just because I don't want to miss anything, misdiagnose, missuggest what should be worked on. But the first thing is set up a little bit more square to the ball rather than having your chest open. And then swinging down, straighten your arms, extend your arms out towards the target. Don't really shrug swinging down.